Okay, welcome back to our tutorial to make a train. Today we want to make such of these things. So let's start. We see here first is the wheel. So what is it? It is a cylinder, correct. And we need a high part because it is a great one. So we take 30T for that, 32, and scale them down to the upper part of the wheel. So we got that. Then we scale that in the Y to such like that. Then you see there is a back part and the front part and the middle part there is. Okay, so we mark the front and the back face, extrude scale. So we got this inner part that can be gone. So X only faces, so it's open, but we have to close them now. We want to make it not singular, we want to make it all in one. So we mark both from these loops and then spacebar, search, and bridge edge loops. So he closed that automatically, and that is good. So we got that. We give them surely smooth yeah, by shading or smooth faces or smooth completely. That's the same. In this case, we can take more than 32, I think. Looks a little bit not rounded enough. So we make it new. We get here a cylinder, but this time we take 64, rotate X90, scale down, then scale in the Y. Okay, then mark only front face and back face, extrude scale, X, only faces, select both rings, inner rings, and spacebar search bridge add loops. Okay, now we got this round stuff and this is round. Yeah, we'll add that. And we need here a nibble comes out. So we mark the back part of that, extrude scale a little, and extrude it into the Y. And that was it. You can close it if you want, but then you must make a second one that you the face clean up there. So extrude scale, you can do that. Okay, make that, and then you have that. Then extrude that again and bring that in. Then you have that wheel closed. Good. You see we have here no smooth on it, so we need to smooth that all. You see that is the shading arrow. I said it to you 1,000 times before. So we control R, we make their loops to get this shading in this small region there, then we don't see them. That is why we make these loops. The shading arrow is there, but in this small thing where we don't see them. Okay. Here in the inner part, we have the same. Good. So that is the outer part. We now make the inner part. For that, we can get here. There, I think we can take an 32 circle, a cylinder. That is enough, I think. So we get here cylinder, and we try 32. Oh, sorry for that. Let's go back. Okay. So now again, try. And here 32. And rotate X90 and scale down. So that we have this middle part here, that here. And this part is a little bit thicker like the other one too, so scale in the Y. And look that we are not greater than the original outer part there. Such like that. We have the same here, we must smooth that. So we hit smooth. Then we have that problem. That is because the shading arrows, so the front isn't some banded thing, it is flat. So we give them a flat. Then this one here must have this smooth, but we need to loop in there for the shading arrows gone. Good. We done that. When you see that here, that is a little bit beveled. So we can steer them with this loop here, and we get the inner part and extrude that into, so we can control this here to bevel. Mark them, Control B, move the mouse, and roll the middle mouse button. Then you have this round stuff. Good. We done that. Now we have to do this interior. So when we go here to a reference point in the middle, that means like this one here, that is absolutely in the middle now. And we take them here, then in the middle. You see it, this red arrow must be on this line and the blue line must be on this line. It's simple to tweak that out. Good. We get that. Now we need this stripes here. That are all cylinders. So we take mesh a cylinder, but we don't need much because we don't see that later so much. So we get 12. Scale down to a really small one. Think that is enough. It must be that size. We see it at the top one. Here we are near on. Scale a little. We have that. Good. We go in edit mode. Vertex selection. Get the topper part and bring them up to the end of that. Then you have ever here a little bit thicker, brighter stuff than in the other. You see it here, it's fatter, so we make that here. We extrude that, go a little bit up and scale that, then we have that effect. You can make that rounder with more loops, but for me that's enough. Think on the word count, so don't make it too many for such little things there. I think there's a little bit too much. It's only decent effect. Then smooth them, and we got that. Yeah, maybe we can make one more. So here we make a loop and scale them a little in, and we have a more floating result there. It isn't so straight, so make their loop and scale a little in. Then we got that. Okay, so we have one, but we need more. You see that? So for that we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 we need. So what we do is we give them a middle point here and then 16, keep it in mind. Go in edit mode, mark all, go under tools. There is spin mod, and you see he tries to spin. 9 times, but we need 16 we set, so we'll type in 16. Then he makes it only in the angle of 90 degrees. We need 360 degrees for a completely circle. So we type in 360 and we got that. That is what we want to have. And we're ready. We have put it now into the other thing. And that was it. Then we have the first wheel done. We are here in the middle, but here not. So we give them here a little more in. And we got that. That is exactly what we want. So we make them all together and join them as one. And you see word count goes up because there are many words. There are 2000 alone for one wheel. Because of that, we make instances. So we move them to layer 2, go to level 2, layer 2, then Alt G to bring them in the middle, Control G to give them a group name. We call it wheel 1. Okay, we go back to first layer and bring them here, add group instance wheel 1. Oh, we have 2. Why? Now I must look. There's that one. Okay, we need to name them other way. We have 2 from them. So we get our new wheel and look here under this option there, and there is wheel 1. So we delete that and give them a new name. Control G. We name it wheel 2. Return. Go to first layer and add group instance wheel 2. So we got that. Good. Can bring them in position. We later need from them 2 more. So Shift D 1, Shift D 2. Good. File save. Good. We have that. So you see that things in there. We must make that thing and that thing are the same, and that is another little crater. So they are different. So because of that, we must make them single. And for that, we need our um, curve, a Bezier curve, rotate x 90 degrees, scale down, grab it to position from the start, go in edit mode, go to the end of that roundness. Now you see here the line, and now you tweak with this and with this guy to round that like in the sample. Good. Now we have to close that here with F, or we can make it simple. We make that to a mesh and then we close it. So we got that here. That is okay. So Shift D, make a copy for security. Then Alt C to convert that as a mesh. Then we have here a mesh. Now we can close that here with F and then mark all and close with F. Then we extrude that and we have that part that we can bring in there. So one we have, one crater we must do. So Shift D, we make a duplicate of that and set it to the start point. Go in edit mode, get this middle point and grab them to the end. And then I play with these 2 things to get the bending that we need. and we got it. So we bring them here, Shift D, copy of them, Alt C to make a mesh. Then we have a mesh, mark them, close with F, mark all, close with F, extrude in the Y, and we're done. From this little thing we need two because the other wheel has a two, so Shift D and we got that. These three things we bring to our wheels here. So, okay. Then these two things we can move to the third layer. Okay, we done that. File, save. So next is this whole things here. So for that, we take here mesh cylinder. In this case, I think 12 can be okay. We take 12. Scale down. And rotate X 90 degrees. No, 12 is too less. Okay, so delete that and add mesh cylinder 24. Okay, rotate X 90. And that is enough for that, yeah. Good. We scale it to the size here. Good. Shift D to duplicate them. We need them the same on the other side later. And when we now look, we see where we have to do another thing come out there. And we see what here happens. So we go in there and get these both things and join them together as one. Then we get the back sides both and bring them a little out, that we have a thickness here. That is that. And then we connect the words. So that means we go here to background selection with word selection. Select this word and this word should be the same and close it with F. Then you see we close that. The same we make with the under things. I think this one here and this one. Close with F. We have that. So now we want to close the inner part there and the outer part. So that means we get the back edge and the top edge and this round line from the circle and close it with F. Then we have closed the back. The same we make for the front. So we mark that, this round stuff here, that don't, and this here. And we close it with F. Now we got that here. We see that isn't right because that is deeper than the other. So what we do is we bring this part here, we delete the two edges and make them one higher so that we are in the same place as the other ones. So that is from the middle, the third one. So we grab that here and get the third one from top. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Mark them, the same as here. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Close with F. Now make the same as before. Mark the back lines. Close with F. Take the front parts and close with F. So now we got that. That is correct. And you see the in the middle part there is a little bit deeper than the other. So for that we need to go in there and yeah, to cut that through and make there a deepness in. So when we get the whole face, extrude scale, see what happens. Try first to get this distance and then the other distance. So scale X, bring them near, such near that you have here the same distance like there. Now you see we have here round. We don't want to have it round, we want to have it straight. So what we do, we mark them and scale X 0 so it is straight. The same we make on this side, mark that here, scale X 0. Good. Now we can intrude them. So we mark them and extrude, but in Y, and then we have a deepness there. And so we got that. It's okay. Normally you can round up that a little bit bevel, but I don't want to make too much, I think, on the word count. Hope you did it too. You see here that is a straight thing, not this rounded thing. So we can make here that we mark them with background selection. We mark that here, and then we go to normal mode and scale set 0. That wasn't it, so we make it manually. Okay, we bring them. Something's wrong here. Moment. Global. So grab and bring them in position, and that looks a little bit out here. So we bring in that here 2 point like that. Then we get them all and bring them up to here. And we got that. That is nearly what it should be, and not must be exactly that what it is here. That's okay. Good. Then we see these things here that are 5 faces. So we go in there and take a cylinder and give them here 5. Scale down, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down, and you see we got that here. We now must rotate it that it fits with the rest. So we scale it 1 time in the X. That makes that. Then we rotate that. We get that. Shift D to duplicate. Grab. Bring it in position. Rotate. Bring it to the middle. Shift D. Copy. Bring it in position. Rotate. Now we got that. Shift D to duplicate. Rotate set 180. Oh. Then we join them together. Rotate set 180. And now we can bring that in and we have that. We now join them all together and we get this one thing here. We can make it a little bit thicker if you want. So when we are in edit mode with background selection, root selection, and border selection, then we can get them a little out. Then you have deeper parts and think can be a little bit more deep, such like that. Good. We bring them in front, grabbing, bring in position, bring it into the material. little bit before. Good. In the middle of them, you see there is this round stuff. So make that add mesh cylinder. We take 24, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down. Good. And make it a little bit scale Y figure. Okay. You see, normally we must smooth that, but in this case it is in this thing, so we don't see that. For that is good. We go here to solid mode. I will see it a little better set the wireframe mode so we can see that perfectly. And we see we can get this here a little bit near and that one without. You can select them and bring them to the point. And when we see, we can position that more in the middle. That is good. Okay, we done that. Yeah, good. At this end, you see this screw with the mother, I call that. So we can take that. We have used that at the back part, so we can look there where this is and get them for this model. That are the normal screws, and here are the screws with the mother. I take that, X, delete. We have here a single one, I think. Ah, there is it. No, that isn't. Okay. So we bring them in by searching. That means we go here, add group instance, and we look, where is it? Screw mother. Yeah, that is it. We put it in, and we have it here. There's our screw. You see it. And we need the size that we have there. So we scale up, and then we have that. We put that into the middle. We get set wireframe mode, and then we can position them. Good. Okay, material mode. Then we see the same one, but a little is here. So Shift D, make it duplicate, but make it smaller, such like that. Now we have to rotate that set minus 90, I think. Yeah, that's correct. And rotate them manually by pressing only R to roll, then grabbing and positioning it. Good. Can rotate it a little bit more. Rotate. Good. That are now the local axis only from this object here, not from the whole world. Because of that, the axis now so. When we go back to global axis, then the global axis is so. So it's better to work on objects with the local axis and on great things with the global axis then. Yeah. But we got that all that we need. That is positive. So we can make here a smooth on that, but only on the run side. So we can say from here to here on the other way. Select inverse. Oh, good. So we make it manually like ever. So that we can smooth. So on the shading faces, smooth and we have the shading arrows. So we make there the loops, left side, right side, ready. Same we make on this side. We mark the faces. Good. Then we smooth them. Then we give them a loop on the left side and on the right side. So we got that perfect thing here. Good. We select that all and bring that in position. It comes under the wheels there. So we bring them there, grabbing and bring him there. Good. So we done the wheels, this thing and this thing we done. File, save. Now the next one. Here is the same like we did before. Add mesh cylinder. In this case, we can take 24, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down. Grabbing, positioning, bring to size. Good. Then we get the second one, so Shift D, scale them up. Good. Mark them both, join them together as one, bring them out, scale it in the Y a little so that we have a thickness there, such like that. Now we must make this middle part, you know that. So we need to see the words, and I think it can be this word, and on this side this word, and with that we close that, then we got that. Good. Then we make it with the other part, so we need that word, or better that word, and think that can be have to close, so we got that. And like in the other one, we take the outer edges and close that down. Have to close. Mark that round stuff, the front edges and the other round stuff here, and close with F. So we got that. Good. We see here comes a little thing out, and it is a little bit not round, it's more oval. So we get in here and select the whole circle here, and we scale them in it's equal, so make it a global scale in set. Scale in Y, and the Y is good. Yeah, it's more like that. And then we go here a little bit up, and here a little bit up. Then we have more this oval style there. Okay, that looks better. Now we have to go here out. So we take here this part, extrude and bring them out, and that part, extrude and bring them out. Then we can close that here, and the back part, close. And here the same, we take this front round stuff, then this edges and F to close. Surely you can delete here the inner edges to have less count of words, but I don't want to do that right now. So you want to make that, that is the correct way to clean up the mesh, but I don't want to do it yet. So we got that. It's not the best, but we should it. No, I can't let that all. Oh, I don't know. Good. When we make it real, then we must delete these two edges here and get one down there. So where we are here. And that is, we count that. 1, 2, 3, the third. But it's banded, so we like here the same count like there, that is here. That is the word we need to extrude and bring them out and bring them to position. Good. Then we delete here a piece. I make here in a loop. Then I can delete these two edges here. So that is a single object then. And I can delete this whole thing here. It's gone. Good. Now with edge selection, we get the back parts enclosed and the front part enclosed and done. So that one here is a special thing. So when we want to do that, we must have a circle before. So add mesh cylinder, toolbar in 24 is okay, rotate X 90 and scale down. And we see that is the middle part, but we need now to stretch that. So we scale X, then we add that. Now that is a little bit rotated. So we rotate that a little, then we come that. That not really fits, so we grab that in the middle and rotate a little bit more. So that fits with the strike way. Okay. Then we get here the back part and grab them to the end. And then we bring that here in, that it looks straight. Then we have that. That is a little better. Not really good, but better than before. So from that, we'll add that. Scale Y changed. Scale Y. Scale Y. Okay. And we join that together as one. We need here this screw mother 2. So we add them. Add group instance, screw with mother is there. Scale size is okay. And bring that here onto the object. Then we mark that both and grabbing, bring it there where it should be. Good. File, save. Good. We done that. We done that. We done the wheel. I think we can do that here now. So what we need is add mesh circle 24, rotate X 90, scale down to side like that. Then we go in edit mode, Shift D, bring them up, make it to a smaller one, grab, scale down. We delete the words that we don't need. Same we make there. Then we mark them both, and with F we can close. Then we get that. Then with F we close that, bring them a little bit out, mark all, extrude, and give them a deepness. Good. We have that one. You can bevel the edges and so on if you want. I don't do that. So add mesh circle cylinder, and I think 24. Yeah, it's okay. Rotate X 90 degrees. Rotate X 90. Scale down. So we want to have that thing here, and you see that is really round at the edges there. So we make it there. Scale epsilon at y. So, and Control R to make a loop here. Take this inner loop and extrude scale. Then mark this loop. Control B to bevel. And give them one row. I think that is enough. Smooth. Then we have the same problem like ever. You know it. That are the shading errors. Good. Then we bring that in front of our object. Here we have to smooth that round stuff too. So you can select the faces and mark them and give them here smooth shading. The same you can do with these faces here, smooth shading, and then we got this shading arrows. So loop left side, loop right side. Okay, we done. So we done that, we done that. Now we need that here. That is simple. So add mesh cylinder. In this case, we take 12. Scale down. Rotate X 90 degrees. Scale down. Such like that. Then rotate Z 90. Scale X. And then we have that part there. We give them smooth. We give them this loop. Left side, right side. Oh, okay, good. Look a little bit smaller and a little bit longer. Okay, so grab that in position, rotate, and get them out there. I think that it's half in and half out. So we go to the half in. Good. You see that is a little bit from there to the outside. So that means when we look here, we get these two lines and grab them here to the outside. So we have that straight one there. That is enough. The same we make here. We go to the outside and we have here connection from the outside. Okay, good. Then we need this screw that we have there. We need it there too on this thing here. But I see from the symmetry, we can rotate it here a little bit more. Yes, that fits better. Maybe a little. Good. So we have to input here the screw with mother, we call that. So add group instance screw with mother. It is there, but we need it on both sides of this thing here. So we go here and rotate set 90 degrees, scale them down, bring them to the position, top view, bring them to place, front view, a little bit deeper, and now rotate and grabbing to position. Now we have that. That is okay. So with Shift D, make a copy of that. Then we go to local mode. Then you see the axis better. Now rotate set 180 degrees. Rotate a little and we have it done. Good. So we got that thing too. We mark them completely and bring them there where it is later. Grabbing and positioning. Good. File, save. That is enough for today. You see, we have done a lot. And next time we will bring them all to the right points and make the rest of them. Then you will see we get fast, good result. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. Bye so long.